apart from being not decorated, this should be the stone setup. We're gonna watch the coal come in and then fill everything up. These should be spitting out stone. Oh, they are. I don't know why these aren't. There we go. Some of them aren't spitting out stone for some reason. I'll just pick them up and place them down again. But anyways, all this stone gets collected and it goes somewhere. I guess we could put it on this. We could put it with the rest of the bus. And then we can get, yeah, we could just put it back on the bus with everything else. But what's next is to maybe figure out where I'm putting stone brick first and then decorate. Since my design for stone brick is so expensive, I think I'll just be doing one that consumes 8. Oh. Or I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, one that just consumes 8 lights like this. Or I guess 7. 7's good enough. I think this will fit in right here, facing this way. Or like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. Probably this, maybe. I think, okay, like this. Like this, final answer. Alright, I'm plugging in the stone brick. We're just kind of deciding where the outputs are going to go right now. So stone brick is going to come out of here, and stone is going to come out of here, and I'm not sure if I want to have it continue upwards with the plates, or if I want to diverge towards the right. Again, for this basic science pack, I don't really need much. So maybe I can get away with just building basic science over here somewhere and then forgetting about it. Based on what I need, I guess I do need some. I need iron, and I just need iron for small parts to build something over here. In fact, I could even siphon a little bit of this locally, or I don't know. That doesn't make sense. I should just take from the iron up here and start building out here. Not really sure. Just my thoughts. Just deciding where to put it right now. Ah, screw it. Okay, I know we have a lot of space down here, but I'm sure we'll use it for something else later. I think I'm gonna belt the copper and the iron down here to meet along with, the copper and the stone down here to meet up with the smelters and start producing a bus that heads to the right this way. And we're well defended enough, so I think it'll be fine. My biggest worry about starting stuff over here is that I have to drag the iron from up here and bring it down, and I think in general we want everything moving in one direction. That way we don't have to be belting stuff back and forth. So final decision, stone will come out down here, up here, and upwards that way. Letting the iron in right now, or the stone in right now. Seeing if this design puts the outside, so we have 1 on the outside, 2, 3 on the outside, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 on the inside. Okay, that's about as balanced as it'll get. Does look a little funky that way though. So we'll let that build up a little. Oh, we're missing stone in the center. Oh, we're also missing, oh yeah, we're just missing little bits of stone. Anywhere else? Nope, no stone missing anywhere else. So let's go ahead and put these 2 on the line. And then these will go up. And again, I'm thinking of catching the right side of this, so we'll go up the right side, right next to this. Yeah, right next to this ash, the right side of this building, or in fact, we may even separate it from the buildings, or even just move the buildings down to the left a little more. Actually, I'm a fan of digging this whole thing up, moving it to the left, and then just moving so this pipeline can go straight up and connect with iron and copper, which will be shifted to the left. So yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll move these over to the left, and then these can all continue going straight up. Alright, I've put everything in chests right here, including all the iron and the copper, and I will now cut this, or actually let me make a blueprint of it so that the background can move as well. Alright, the background has been made, so I'll create that. I'll put in my inventory for now, and then I will just deconstruct the whole thing, including all the tiles. And this will take quite some time. I should consider getting 2 more of these drones. They're very cheap to make. Yep, still just waiting. Got my inventory filled up somehow. I think I'll put it right here. It's kind of arbitrary. I don't know what I'm deciding on. Yeah, right here should be good enough. Putting the iron and the copper ore down so that they can get out of my inventory, and then I'll finish setting everything else up. Right, I think it's finished. We've moved everything here over one space, or not one space, several spaces, so that we could continue this kind of bus upwards. And here we're going to plug in the inputs right now, so there we go. Then we can watch these go in and then slowly fill upwards. And then after it finishes through here, it'll come back down. There we go. And it flows down and up to here, to the rest of our bus. Beautiful. And then all the ash is currently here. We are stockpiling quite a large amount of ash. Again, we're gonna use it to we're gonna turn it into more ore later on, but for now I think it's okay to have smelteries go to the left. We'll have this bus, because it seems like I'm doing a bus system for now. Our bus go up, and we'll start building some automation to the right side of it that'll connect back up with it. So let's check off some stuff. Tier 0 stone and stone brick have been completed. They were decorated as well. Well, that's actually it. I thought I had more that I completed. I'm going to start, working towards the tier 0 science pack now. Alright, so I realize it's a pretty simple design. Since they're burner, they don't need power poles, so I have space for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inserters, but 2 of the inputs or outputs always have to be either iron, either copper, not copper, rock coal or ash. So with 7, we could potentially have 14 inputs with this specific design. They're very thin if you have less, because you could just have something come in like this. So yeah, very, very simple design for the mall. Or not the mall, but for whatever our production lines. Alright, so if we follow this diagram, so we're making small parts right now. If we just want to make small parts locally and we want to limit to 1 machine making small parts, we just need 4 of these, 3 of these, 2 of these, and 4 of these. And I think we could just stack it all in a line and we should be good to go. Okay, so I finished making the small parts maker, and it is this absurdly long, probably one of the biggest waste of resources I've ever seen because of all the underground belts. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it, but I spent all this time building it, so I might as well test it. Alright, I'm sitting at the end, and it seems like iron plate makes it all the way down, which it doesn't need to, so it could probably stop. Oh shoot, there's no way to stop it, so it would fill in all the way to the end. This is missing bolts. Iron bolt, do I make any I do make bolts. but they don't go on because the iron rods are in there. Shoot, this whole thing's actually a big mess. I think I'm probably just gonna scrap the whole thing. It was a good idea though. Yeah, kind of struggling to make a good looking design, but I'll keep working on it. I'm pretty happy with how this one looks. It looks pretty neat. It's got somewhat correct ratios. The limiting factor is this burner assembler, so I said I only want one machine making small parts, which means I need 4, 3, 2, and 4. I'm going to go ahead and connect the inputs and see how well it works. Okay, so I have finished the inputs, the iron plate, copper plate, and rock coal, and let's go ahead and put it in here to do our first test. The ash and the small parts comes out and it goes back to the machine and gets deleted. So let's go ahead and speed it up and see how it runs. Okay. So it's not running because the gears aren't getting to it, because I forgot to put filters on this one. Okay. Oh, I should have saved right before I loaded, or right before I did that. Well, I can't exactly reverse it to show you the first time. Oh, I guess I can. Hold on. Whereas I could just pick it up and put it back down, and then I can put the correct one here and move a little bit to the right because the drones are kind of distracting. But do this and we can see that it works. All the ash comes out, the bolts, the gears, everything goes in. And you know, I'd say this is pretty successful. The ash comes out on the outside and the small parts is on the inside. I've quickly made these artillery turrets to get rid of everything within a certain range. That is a huge range. Holy crap. Okay, I don't even know how they saw those, but yeah. This also has me really excited for the late game, because these turrets could shoot very far. But to be honest, I think they're just kind of pissing off biters who are going to come and run towards me now that I can't really stop, I guess? Or do they only shoot bases automatically? I don't know. Well, now the biters are here. Whatever, I'll just leave them be for now. Okay, well, I took the design that looked good and clean, and it looks pretty good still. I just had to cram in lights somewhere where I could automatically take, I could take the ash out and put coal in. But this is the design that we're going to be using, and I will add it to the blueprint book and add it over to our real world. Just deciding where to place it, and I think right around here before the two cliffs looks pretty good. Yeah, right here is good. Right, just gotta craft a few more things, and then also connect it up with the bus, and then we should have small parts. And I'm also planning on just putting small parts directly onto the bus, so that we can use it for other places, which means I might have to make more of these with imperfect ratios, but that's fine. This looks a little funky, but there was no other way to get rock coal going up. Unless, well, I guess maybe there was a better way. Well, I have no splitters actually, so you know what, this way is going to stay for now. Alright, finished up connecting it to and from the bus. All that's left is to put in the decorations for the connection here. Oh, whoops. But yeah, I'll connect it in a second, then we can watch it flow in. Right, since these are the only 4 we need, these are the only 4 parts of the bus I will extend at the moment. And let's see it in action. Okay, so it seems like I confused the copper lines for the coal lines, which means this bottom isn't going to get lit. Same with here. I thought these were all... Oh, I mixed up the inputs is what I did instead. Oops. It's kind of crazy that I messed up all the inputs actually. Coal is supposed to be the top one, and iron is supposed to be the bottom one. Yeah, I don't know how I fucked that up. Alright, this should be all fixed up. Let me save this again. And then I'll go ahead and release the inputs yet again. Ooh, this time in the dark. There we go, and the lamps are getting lit up this time. Everything seems to be working. The last lamp has fuel. Seem to be missing fuel for this one. Oh, because it needs to reach the bottom. Okay, so we're just missing bolts, and the bolts are being sent over. And there we go. Our first bits of small parts are headed out. And we have enough light here to cover the whole thing. So that's a big step. Small parts, all done. Oh, nope, I have small parts going into the wrong bin. There we go, we can see it better. Now we have small parts flowing in and the ash flowing into the correct spot. So we can check this off our list. Or, I don't think we have small parts on the list. I think we just move on to the next part of our factory. Which was to make the empty planter boxes.